When we talk about a better tomorrow or a future that we want to rebuild and recreate, we always have in our perspective that what is it that we can give to our future generation. We all strongly believe that we want to raise a society where our children can blossom into happy individuals and we are able to preserve their sense of playfulness and values. And for that, what we need to ensure is a better today, a resilient present. And one of the things that we all need to do to be able to ensure that is take care of our own mental well-being. As significant adults in a child's ecosystem, it is a must that as parents, as teachers, as educators, as grandparents, we take care of our own emotional well-being. We recognize, we accept, we embrace, we address our emotional experiences, because when we do that, that's how we are able to build resilience within us. That's how we are able to create a sense of calm within us. And that's how we are able to build an environment which is positive, which is conducive. And that's what exactly our children absorb from us. Their sense of positive energy, their sense of aliveness, their sense of playfulness is what they gain from their immediate environment. So it is very important that we all take care of our mental well-being for the mental well-being of our children. What is also important is that at the same time, we are in tune with what our children are going through emotionally. We give them a safe space to express themselves. We have a lot of conversations with them. We have a lot of playtime, fun time with them. Because for children, it's their playfulness that brings that vitality in them. They're able to regain their strength. They're able to fight back whatever comes in their way. And of course, a lot of nourishment, care, support, and reassurance, a lot of confidence, self-belief in them that we need to instill in our children, even in these difficult times. At the same time, let's continue to weave a lot of stories of hope and resilience with them, because children learn a lot through these stories. And so I have this one story for all of you. Imagine somewhere in some part of the world, there was a huge big beehive which was tickled by someone. Not a great idea. Because when you tickle a huge big beehive, what happens? All the honeybees become so restless that they swarm the environment and sting people. And that's exactly what's happening with the virus. It's become so restless that it's the entire storm of these honeybees that we are trying to protect ourselves from, and it is stinging the people. And so we are wearing our gears. We are staying within our homes, we are following all the precautions. Yet what we need to understand is that these honeybees can make their own ways to sting us. And at that time, you may feel hurt, you may feel pain, you may feel anger, you may feel sadness. But these honeybees, remember, also make a lot of delicious honey. And for you, that honey is your conversations with your grandparents, with your parents, with your cousins, with your friends. Your fun time, play time that you can have with your parents and other adults in the house. Your simple activities that you can enjoy and continue to have that sense of playfulness and joy from them. When you engage in a lot of physical energy, physical activity, you enjoy your hobbies, you enjoy your interests, and the new skills that you learn during this time, trying new things, doing some household work, helping people, supporting each other. All this is your honey. And it is this honey that is going to make you resilient, because life is always going to give you challenges, and there are times that it is going to sting you. But you always have in you to be able to make this honey. And it is this honey that is going to make you resilient and last you for a lifetime.